Well, like we said last week, we're going to talk about karma. You know, they say, of course, that it's tit for tat, or karma will get you, or bad karma, good karma, that type of thing. Karma is not tit for tat, and it isn't the physicians or physical thing of where they say for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Well, that's true on the physical. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. If you push, it pushes back, and so forth. But in spirit, it's a little different. And so with karma, that's not quite the way it works. And there's the key. You see, karma is not the law. Karma is the working of the law. I use the term law in place of the way it is. In other words, it's just the way it is. It's the whole universe's way of reacting. It's our universal. So for every action, that equal and opposite reaction doesn't work. For instance, we live and we move, and we have our being in the dynamis, or that spirit within us. That's something that makes us tick. That's more than just the blood, guts, and vomit. We've gone through that a few times. I don't know how many people really understand that they're really a superior being, but not the physical. It's the eternal. It's the spirit within, Father within, that doeth the works. Now, karma can be a lot of things, but what it really amounts to is mastering the experience. We live by experiences. The more that we master an experience, the more spiritual growth we have. And that's what we're here for, is to grow spiritually and to develop and earn our godlike gifts, if you please. I use the term gifts because at our birth, we're given grace. That means everything we do is forgiven before we do it. Isn't that amazing? And loved. Well, people say, well, how can we have such a God if he lets all these bad things happen? God loves you so much that he gives you the ability to reward, to create, to punish, and you do very well, especially on the punishing end of it. I'm sure if you make a mistake, you're your own worst judge and enemy and all that. The thing is that karma rewards you in a way that's different instead of punishes you. Now, I said it doesn't reward or punish, and I meant that, but I use that as an illustration. For instance, you do some good, and believe me, it doesn't just happen that someone does good to you. It means that you've done something that will pay you 3 to 10 times more than what you've done. And that's the same thing with if you do something evil or bad. You're going to get that karma. And it's not a case of if you break somebody's back, that in your next life, so to speak, or even this life, that you're going to have your back broken? No. No, what it does mean that you're going to have an opportunity to help, and to help someone maybe with a broken back, or to help and relax and enjoy the time that you have with that broken back, so that you can master the experience. Someone told me that we have these things to learn lessons. Well, I guess that's okay if you like the idea of learning a lesson or having a lesson, but it's not the lesson. It's the experience that gives you an opportunity to grow, to make the most out of it, to put love in action. Isn't that the key? Isn't that what we talk about all the time? Putting love in action. How do you return good for evil? You know, a lot of us, me included, especially me, have a wicked sense of humor, I guess. I like to tease and enjoy and you know, just for fun. And other people don't always take the things that I do for fun. So that's part of my experience. I've got to learn to counter that with something so that I get the most out of the experience and the other people get more out of the experience. Remember what I said? If you get half as much out of this as I do, I get twice as much as you. Well, you can't really cover this in 5 minutes, so we'll probably talk about this some more later, and our time's up. God bless you. Thanks for allowing me to share a little of the very little that I know. God bless you.